Are you juggling multiple financial goals, maybe saving for a down payment on a house, building a robust retirement portfolio, and also dabbling in some individual stock picks? If so, the thought of streamlining these efforts within a single platform like M1 Finance might have crossed your mind. And that naturally leads to a very pertinent question. Can you actually have multiple M1 Finance accounts to help you manage these different financial facets? It's a question that many aspiring and current M1 Finance users ponder. After all, the platform's unique pie structure, allowing you to allocate percentages to different investments, seems tailor-made for organizing various financial objectives. Imagine having one pie dedicated solely to your long-term, low-cost index funds for retirement, another focused on more growth-oriented ETFs for your mid-term goals, and perhaps even a third for a bit of fun with individual stocks you believe in. The organizational possibilities seem endless. However, before you rush off to open a trio of M1 Finance accounts, it's crucial to understand the platform's policies and the potential implications of doing so. This isn't as straightforward as simply clicking sign up multiple times. There are regulations, internal guidelines, and practical considerations that come into play. So, let's dive deep into this question. We'll explore what M1 Finance officially states, what users have experienced, and the potential pros and cons of managing your finances across multiple accounts on the platform. We'll also consider some alternative strategies if having 3 separate accounts isn't the most viable or recommended approach. First and foremost, it's always best to consult the official source. What does M1 Finance themselves say about having multiple accounts? Their official help documentation and terms of service are the definitive guides. Typically, financial institutions have policies in place to prevent abuse and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. While M1 Finance aims to empower individual investors, they also need to maintain a secure and orderly platform. A quick search of their help center often reveals the answer to such fundamental questions. You might find a specific section addressing account limitations or guidelines on opening multiple accounts under the same individual. It's essential to read these official documents carefully, as policies can change over time. Based on general practices within the financial industry and anecdotal evidence from M1 Finance users, the answer to whether you can have 3 M1 Finance accounts is likely yes, under certain conditions. However, it's not as simple as just wanting them. There are often nuances and requirements that need to be met. One common requirement across financial platforms for opening multiple accounts is that each account must have a distinct purpose or potentially be linked to a different legal entity, though this is less applicable to individual investment accounts. For example, you might have a personal investment account, a joint account with a spouse, and potentially a trust account, all under the same primary user but serving different legal or financial structures. In the context of individual investment accounts, the distinction might be based on the type of account. M1 Finance offers taxable brokerage accounts, traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, and SEP IRAs. It's generally permissible to have one of each of these account types under your Social Security number, provided you meet the eligibility criteria for each, e.g., income limitations for Roth IRAs. So, in this scenario, you could potentially have a taxable account for your down payment savings, a Roth IRA for retirement, and perhaps a SEP IRA if you are self-employed, totaling 3 distinct accounts. However, the question specifically asks about having 3 M1 Finance accounts without necessarily differentiating by account type. Could you, for instance, have 3 separate taxable brokerage accounts? This is where the lines can become a bit blurrier. Financial institutions often have limits on the number of the same type of account an individual can hold. This is often to prevent market manipulation, money laundering, or other illicit activities. While M1 Finance is geared towards long-term investing, they still need to adhere to these broader regulatory principles. User experiences shared online can offer some insights, but it's crucial to treat these as anecdotal and not definitive policy statements. You might find forum discussions or social media posts where users discuss having multiple M1 Finance accounts. Some might report success in opening and managing several taxable accounts, while others might have encountered limitations or been advised against it by M1 Finance support. If you are considering opening multiple taxable brokerage accounts, the rationale behind it will likely be a key factor. Simply wanting to organize different investment strategies is a valid personal reason, but M1 Finance might have internal guidelines on how they prefer users to manage such diversification, often within the structure of a single account using their PI system. The PI system is, after all, one of M1 Finance's core features designed to help users allocate their funds across various assets and track their performance within a unified framework. You can create multiple PIs within a single account, each representing a different investment strategy or goal. This inherently offers a way to segment your investments without necessarily needing multiple separate accounts. For instance, within one taxable brokerage account, you could have a retirement PI heavily weighted towards low-cost index funds, a growth stocks PI with a higher allocation to individual equities, and a short-term savings PI with more conservative ETFs. M1 Finance's platform allows you to visually track the performance of each PI and rebalance as needed. So, while the technical ability to open 3 separate M1 Finance accounts might exist, it's worth considering if it's the most efficient or recommended approach given the platform's features. Managing multiple accounts can also come with its own set of administrative overhead, such as logging in and out of different accounts, tracking performance across them, and potentially dealing with separate tax documents. If your primary motivation for wanting 3 accounts is purely organizational, to visually separate different investment goals, then leveraging M1 Finance's PI system within a single or perhaps 2 accounts, e.g., a taxable account and a retirement account, might be a more streamlined solution. However, there could be legitimate reasons why someone might desire multiple accounts of the same type. For example, someone might want to experiment with completely distinct investment strategies without the risk of one influencing the other within the same PI. Or perhaps they want to track the performance of different hypothetical portfolios in isolation. If you have a specific reason for wanting multiple accounts of the same type, the best course of action is to directly contact M1 Finance's customer support. They will be able to provide you with the most accurate and up-to-date information on their policies regarding multiple accounts and whether your specific needs can be accommodated. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.